patrol officers from District 8 and investigators from the Domestic Conflict Unit are investigating a hit and run that occurred in the community of Chaparral last night, and warrants have been issued for a man alleged to be the driver of the vehicle. At approximately 9 p.m. on Thursday night, a pickup truck was driving through the intersection of 194th Avenue and Chaparral Boulevard S.E when a woman exited the moving vehicle and fell onto the roadway. The vehicle then drove over the woman before the driver got out and attempted to put her back inside. Citizens on scene intervened to prevent the male driver from picking the injured woman up and called police. Officers immediately flooded the area, located the driver, and attempted a traffic stop. However, the driver did not stop and eventually evaded us. The victim was transported to hospital, where she was in serious condition, now upgraded to stable. Our investigators believe that this incident is domestic in nature. Warrants have been issued for Justin Rory Hopkins-Jones, 28 of Calgary, in connection with this incident. He is described as Caucasian, 5'11", tall with a medium build, brown hair, and brown eyes. The vehicle he was last seen driving was a silver 2017 Ford F-150 pickup. The truck was a rental vehicle with a license plate of L79653. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Hopkins-Jones or the vehicle to contact us by calling 403-266-1234 or Crime Stoppers. Thank you. I can now take some questions.
I think a lot of people who heard this story this morning found it to be quite disturbing. How unusual is this, the nature of the events that you described?
Certainly, this is not something that we see commonly, but the severity of what we're seeing and the level of domestic violence, we're certainly seeing an increase in that. And so that's what makes this one so concerning to us, is that level of severity of the violence that has happened.
You mentioned the woman is in stable condition. How is she doing overall? Clearly shaken, I can imagine this.
I imagine so. We've been able to have some contact with her, although at this point we haven't been able to get a statement from her.
Can you, Sergeant, say any more about the relationship between the two? Obviously, it's a domestic matter. If this is a girlfriend, a family member, wife, can you elaborate on the relationship?
Yeah, absolutely. It was boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
And obviously, just looking over the charges, there's no indication that this was like attempted murder, or has that been investigated at all?
Well, our investigation is still ongoing, but the evidence that we have gathered so far would lead us to these appropriate charges that we've laid.
And how would you describe it, if you could elaborate a little bit more on the actions by the witnesses, obviously, because there was an attempt to get the woman back into the car, and who knows what could have happened after that. Can you just describe the actions of the witnesses and how important that was in this?
Yeah, I think they exercised their own judgment. They thought it was safe for them to intervene, and thankfully they did. And in my opinion, they possibly did save her life by intervening and trying to assist her while this incident was going on.
When a domestic situation like this spills out into public like this and becomes a very public thing, because your department works with domestic assault victims, what does it say about maybe the nature of what happened, the fact that it spilled out into public?
Well, I think that we're the eyes and ears of people out there, and domestic violence is sometimes hidden, but people want to come out and be helpful in any situation they can. So I think we're being more aware. I think we're being more educated with domestic violence, and I think that is the reason why we're seeing the public so engaged in such a severe incident like this.
The fact that she exited, when you say she exited the vehicle, does that mean that, did she do that on her own free will, or was she pushed from the vehicle? Did you have any indication as to that?
The evidence that we have thus far would indicate that she jumped from the vehicle.
So she was trying to get to safety.
That's what I believe.
Can you talk about the suspect? Like, is he from Calgary? Do you think he's in Calgary still?
He is a resident of Calgary. He was last seen leaving the city in the vehicle towards High River area.
And you talked about they mentioned the outstanding warrants?
Yes.
Or outstanding court orders. He has been not obeyed. Can you comment at all? Like, did he have a restraining order against her? Was he not supposed to be driving? What sort of things was he not?
Oh, I think I said disobeying the rules of the road, but I have no indication that there was any previous outstanding warrants or orders that he was disobeying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was he known to police?
Yes, he was.
Sorry, just because so you mentioned that he was last seen heading towards High River, you mentioned?
Correct.
Okay, and so, I don't know if you can say it, but do you guys feel like you might be aware of where he might be going, if he has some sort of contacts there? I'm assuming High River Police have been notified. I mean, do you guys feel like you have a pretty good, scent on him, if you will?
Right now, we're actively seeking to try to locate him, and I think we're using all the avenues available to us to do that, including the media. And so certainly the RCMP are aware that we are looking for this man who has outstanding warrants now.
Did the suspect and the victim, have they been, do you know how long they've been living together? If this is a rather new relationship or old one?
I think they have been together for some time.
can I ask, so it says here as well as 7 counts of failing to comply with the court order.
Right.
Do you know what that is?
I don't have that information in front of me right now,
Oh, okay.
but Corwin can certainly get that to you after.
Oh, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was referring to.
One last question on domestic violence in our community. You mentioned we're seeing more of it and there's more incidents of it. From your chair, how disturbing is it that we're seeing an increase in our
I think any increase in the level of physical violence is disturbing, and there's many contributing factors to it. I think I'd like to say that there's many agencies and resources and supports out there for us that we can tap into to help address this issue and help support the family through any crisis they're going through.
Sorry, Sergeant, I apologize because my ignorance said, but if you wouldn't mind restating the answer you gave with regards to the actions taken by the public that were able to intervene and act, if you wouldn't mind just kind of reiterating what you said about that, just how important it was, I could potentially say about that kind of, if you wouldn't mind saying that again.
I can say that for
what
sure.
that was.
Right now, we know that at minimum 3 to 4 citizens tried to come to her assistance. Certainly, we want citizens to use their own discretion. First and foremost, call 911, call the police, get that immediate assistance in. But in this particular incident, they used their own judgment. They weighed their safety, and they attempted to intervene, and possibly those attempts to intervene to get her away from that alleged incident possibly saved her life.
And can you just comment why we're seeing more domestic violence? Is it the economy and increasing violence?
Right. Certainly, we've seen a correlation, right, between the decrease in the economy and an increase in the level of domestic violence. We can't say that that's one factor. That's one contributing factor with most other things as well. But what I can say is that healthy families, even though with the decrease in the economy, can get through domestic-related incidents if they reach out and get the right supports.
You said he's known to police. What about them as a couple? Have you ever been called out to deal with them in any other domestic incidents?
Yes, we have.
Can you tell us how many?
I don't have that number in front of me right now.
Could you say maybe how far back that goes? Are we talking weeks, months, anything like that?
No, I can't comment on that, thanks.
And do we know how old she is?
Yeah, she is in her 40s.
Was the suspect's vehicle pursued at any point?
We had obviously hawk up following the vehicle, and we had attempted to traffic stop the suspect along the way as well. But as soon as he went out of the city limits, then we dropped back our helicopter because we knew who our suspect was. The risk of the safety of the victim, she was in hospital, so that was decreased as well. We decided to use other investigative techniques such as the warrants to apprehend him.